How to create a podcast video. Wow. You have no idea what great things you have just done to even consider this. What great things that can come about for your business by doing that. This could be huge. Now, there are a couple of things that we need to go over first, so let's make sure we don't leave any stone unturned, shall we? All right, by the end of this video, you're going to find out what the huge advantage that you just set yourself up for. And I'm also going to clear up a little bit of confusion on my part, because you asked a very good question, but there could be two very different answers, and I'm going to go over both of those as well, depending on how you interpret the question. So let's get started. When you dive in to making a podcast video, there are a couple things that you can do. And personally, I think this is the best way to go. The reason why you're going to want to do a podcast video are for two major reasons. And the reason why you're going to do a podcast video is because it is so advantageous across the board, not just as a little tiny segment to record. And that's the whole purpose of this channel, is for smart Biz2 pod bloggers to get their stuff out there efficiently, economically, and without wasting a lot of time and effort. So the whole thing, one of my key philosophies is work smarter, not harder, right? So start with a video. Record everything in video. That is the whole purpose of this channel, is to get you to record everything in video, and then it branches off from there. What do I mean by that? Very simple. You don't want to repeat anything. You don't want to have to go back and retrace your steps and do something again, just in a different format. So record in a video. Why do you do that? Because that's a great place to start. That has everything you could possibly need. It has your video, it has your audio, and it even has the text. It just hasn't been discovered yet. So when you have all three of those, then you can take it in any direction you want. Start with your YouTube video. You can break that up into shorts. You can start promoting it with YouTube, with stills, with quote cards, with all kinds of stuff. And then the biggest thing is, once you get your video edited, you peel off the audio, and that gives you your podcast. There's no going back and having to record the exact same thing again. You've got your video and your audio. Use it together for your YouTube channel. Use the audio separately for a podcast. Then once you have the audio completely squared away the way you want it, and 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to do that during the video editing. Once you've got that done, there are many programs that will transcribe your audio for you. You can either upload it to a website, or there are several very high-end video editing programs that will transcribe it right there in the program. So if you've got access to the program and you're already using it, you don't have to worry about another subscription at some audio transcription app. It'll just do it for you. The video editing program will just do it for you. There is another one that you can use online. It is called Descript. In fact, the way Descript works is it transcribes your video. So you've got the text, and you actually edit the text to edit your video. Whatever words you cut will cut the corresponding video. And it's a very intuitive, very easy way for someone who's not been into video editing before. If you've never done this before, Descript is a fairly easy way to do it. Another way you can do it is there are some programs out there that take a fee. If you're going to be paying for Descript, you might want to consider paying for software as well. There's a really good video software that I use. It is DaVinci Resolve by Blackmagic Design. There is a free version, but it doesn't have the transcription option to it. You upgrade to the paid version. Now, the cool thing about the paid version is it's not a subscription. It's a one-time payment. Boom, you're done. And you get all the upgrades from that point forward as well. As they keep improving the program, you will get that free download to improve the one that you have in your computer to the latest version. That one has a transcription service in it, and you can literally just transcribe the text. Pretty cool. You also have a different option that will let you create subtitles for your videos. So it's got both the transcription for the straight copy and the transcription for the subtitles. You've got them both right there in DaVinci Resolve, one-time payment. You've got nothing to worry about after that. Eventually, other subscriptions, other audio programs and things like that, other podcast programs, that's going to add up over time. So if you're thinking about going a paid route, I'm personally the one and done kind of guy. I'm not a huge fan of subscriptions, but it can be done. There are many options out there for you. Think about them when you want. How often are you going to use this? Because once you've done the transcription, you're going to have to edit a little bit of it. The talking word, the speaking word is not the same as the written word. Everybody will talk about, oh, you need to write the way you talk. Yes, that may be true, but when you take your talking and turn it to writing, I've found it doesn't exactly translate. You need to go back and edit some of the copy. But once you're done, now there's your blog post. So you've gone from video, peel off the audio, there's your podcast, transcribe the audio, and there's your blog post. The 3 biggies covered right there in one recording. That's what we're about right here. Doing it once, and making the most out of it. So that's what we're about around here. So be sure to subscribe to this channel because we're going to be covering all of that. If you haven't noticed already, I got a bunch that are on audio stuff and video stuff and cameras and microphones and editing, and that's what we do. And if you're getting up and running for your business's YouTube channel or podcast or blog, this is the place to start with. So subscribe, like. If there's something you need me to cover, make it in the comments below, and I'll be sure to get you a video. When you asked the original question, how to do a podcast video, there are actually 2 things that popped into my head. Number 1, there's a promotional video. There's a video to promote your podcast, kind of like a commercial. Could you do a video that promotes your podcast? Well, of course you can. And then there's also a subset to that. You could certainly make a promotional video for your podcast and use it for advertising, posting it to social media, doing whatever. In fact, there are some other services. One that just popped into my mind is Headliner. I want to say it's headliner.app, I believe it is, where it takes audio and visualizes it for you. Little stuff like that to make little promotional snippets of strictly audio. Now, there's another thing that you could do. Don't forget this. It takes a little bit more work. Take your podcast audio and you could lay in a bunch of B-roll or maybe still photos or graphs or drawings or whatever it is that you're talking about. You can layer that in at appropriate times and turn it into something visual. You're not even on camera, but yet you've got a video of your podcast. That's an easy way to do it. And there are other programs that can come up with AI and B-roll and stuff like that and drop it in place for you. It's very easy to do. One of them that pops into my head is Opus Clip. Opus Clip is a brand new AI that does B-roll, and you can do straight up B-roll if you want. That'll work. Now, the other type of thing that I was thinking when I first heard the question is, how do you make a video version of your podcast? Or is this a podcast version of your video? Might want to figure that one out, but it would be very easy to do something for, like, if you're doing a solo cast, for example. If it's just you talking into the microphone, set up your smartphone. Record the whole thing right there, which is actually working double duty. Number 1, you've got the microphone in front of you. Number 2, you've also got the microphone on your phone. You really should have some type of backup audio whenever you're recording. And now you've got 2 sources, the microphone and the phone. Great, you're covered. But your phone has also now just done double duty as well and created your video for you. That's a great place to be. Now, if you're going to do, say, a panel discussion, maybe it's you and a co-host, or maybe it's 2, 3, 4 people, you're gonna need some lighting and you're probably gonna have to go with at least 1 more camera. Don't get me wrong. You can set up 1 camera and take a shot of the entire table. Okay, fine, you've got everybody. And then again, you might want to do, say, 1 camera for these 2 people or these 2 people, or sometimes you can have individual cameras for everybody plus an overall shot. How many cameras is that? 5, 6? I don't know. Do you really want to spend that budget? Fine, go for it if that's in your budget. But there's a way to do that and have everybody covered. That's another method, is shooting with a whole panel. Or there's another way you could do it remotely, and you probably already thought of this. If you've got people in a whole bunch of different locations and everybody's just going to discuss things, use Zoom, use Google Meet, whatever the case may be, Microsoft Teams. All of those you can do some recording as well. With paid subscriptions, obviously you can go a lot longer. Free versions have a time limit, that type of thing, but everybody is on the screen and you can modify it in such a way. You can actually do a lot of stuff in post-production to make it look like multiple cameras. Everybody's on the screen at any given time, but if somebody comes up with a really good point, you can actually modify that video so just that one person is on screen, so it kind of looks like that they've got a camera set up in front of them. Well, it looks like now all of a sudden you've got multiple cameras, and you can do all of that through post-production. Very, very smart way to do it. One of the big disadvantages to that, and I want you to be aware of this, is audio quality coming from 2, 3, 4 different sources. First of all, be sure, especially if you use Zoom or something like that, if you use Zoom, be sure to click that option in the audio settings. It's either in the audio settings or the recording settings. Make sure that everybody has a separate track for audio, because you're going to want that delineation to be able to process each line of audio correctly. Number 2, everybody's going to have a different microphone. And what's even worse than a microphone in the voiceover business, the phrase goes, a recording is 10% mic, 90% room. And somebody's going to be in the living room, somebody's going to be in the kitchen, somebody's going to be in their home office, which is probably a corner of their bedroom. Somebody may even be sitting outside underneath the tree with birds or dogs or trucks going by. All of that is going to create completely and totally different audio nuances that you're going to have to deal with in post-production. So, a whole bunch of different locations on a Zoom call or even Riverside.fm, that's a separate. Now, the cool thing about Riverside.fm is it'll automatically give you separate audio channels. But other than that, you're still going to have to deal with them in post-production. So just keep that in mind. Now, to that end, to be able to sort all this out, I do have a free guide for you. Check out in the description down below. There's a link to a free guide to free video editing software. Both frees, okay? Free guide to free software. And this is software that you can run on, it doesn't matter what platform you've got, Windows, Mac, Linux. There's a software out there for you, and it's free. Some of them very powerful, some of them very basic, some of them very confusing, but the workflow may work for you. It might be confusing to me and perfect for you. But they're all out there. Give them a try. They're all free. Some of them have some upgrades to them, but hopefully you'll find the one that works best for you and get you up and running with multiple recordings. I'm Nick Natarella with AdWise Creative. Thank you for watching.